Welcome back to part 38 of the Gods and Goddesses of Ancient Egypt. Let's look at another god that is a personification of an ancient Egyptian concept. And this one is a pretty big one because this god is the deification of the ancient Egyptian belief in magic and medicine. Meet Heka. So Heka's name is literally the ancient Egyptian word for magic. Now, obviously, I don't mean magic like we use that word today. Magic to the ancient Egyptians referred to the practice of magical rituals and the communication with the gods. It has a close association with speech and the power of the word. Thought, actions, image, and power were all theoretically united in the concept of Heka. Before the deity of Heka was even developed, Heka was just a supernatural energy that the gods possessed and that the pharaoh would have to devour to receive. According to spell 261 of the Coffin text, Heka existed before duality had yet come into being. He was said to have been created at the beginning of time by Atum. He is depicted as part of the tableau of the divine solar barge as the protector of Osiris. He was apparently capable of blinding crocodiles for whatever reason. And in the Ptolemaic dynasty, his role was to proclaim the pharaoh's enthronement as a son of Isis. Remember, Isis became much more elevated in the later periods of Egyptian history. If you remember, I briefly mentioned him regarding the triad of gods worshipped at the city of Esna. Here he is as the son of the ram-headed god Khnum, and there are a few other different goddesses that might be his mother. There was Nebet-Tuu, a form of the goddess Hathor, the lion-head Menit, the cow goddess Mehet-Weret, and the war goddess and mother goddess Neith. As you saw from these images, Heka was either depicted as a child, naked with the side lock and the finger up to his mouth, or sometimes as a man holding two serpents across his chest. There's not as many surviving inscriptions of this version of him, so this is the best I could get. He wears a couple different crowns, including one like this one, which is actually a nome standard, or a symbol that represents a particular area of Egypt called a nome. Esna was the capital of the third nome of Egypt, so what you see on top of his head here is actually the hide of a lion that is used to represent that nome. Check out the next video to learn more about the goddess made up of several animals who is known to eat the hearts of those who went against Ma'at. I wonder who that one could be.